Hello and welcome to the Officers Academy. Today we will be studying modern Indian history and our today's topic is civil disobedience movement. So basically we are studying the historical events from the era or from the phase of 1930 to 1940. So we will be trying to study or we will be trying to map the important historical events which occurred during this period. Now this is a continuation of our last lecture. In the last lecture, we have seen that year 1929 was a year of high political activity in India. So Gandhi was preparing the people for mass movement. Jawaharlal Nehru made a tour of India to explain the concept of Swaraj. We have also seen that the revolutionary activities during the period of 1929 was on a higher tempo. Okay, so now in 1930, we saw that there were negotiations going on between Lord Irwin. Lord Irwin made a statement in which the dominion status, which was demanded by the Nehru report, this dominion status was rejected. After this, okay, Gandhi put down. Now remember this point very well. It is a background to the launch of the civil disobedience movement. So Gandhi put down his 11 demands in front of Lord Irwin. Okay. Were these demands of very specific nature? So answer is no. These demands were of general nature. Okay, so it dealt with the issues of peasants, that is of the farmers. It consisted of the issue of laborers in India. So these 11 demands were of a very general nature. Now, what was the reaction or what was the response from Lord Irwin? Again, Lord Irwin rejected this 11 demands which were put down by Gandhi. So after this rejection of the 11 demands, it was decided by the Indian National Congress that a civil disobedience movement will be launched, a mass movement again at the all India level. Okay, इसके पहले देखिए हमें याद है in the year 1920 there was a launch of non-cooperation movement. Okay, non-cooperation movement on a pan-India level. So on a similar basis, in 1930, there will be a launch of civil disobedience movement again of pan-India level. And who was declared as the leader of this event or the leader of the civil disobedience movement? Congress unanimously decided that Gandhi will be the leader of the civil disobedience movement. So a movement will be launched under the leadership of Gandhi, under his guidance, under his methodology. हम exactly देखेंगे कि CDM में क्या methodology थी. Okay, so remember this point that Gandhi was declared as the leader of civil disobedience movement unanimously by the Indian National Congress. So now let us study about the commencement of the civil disobedience movement. From where the movement started, it was in the year 1930. So basically the movement started from Gandhiji's Satyagraha headquarters, which was located at the Ahmedabad. Okay, so it was decided that Gandhi will march from Ahmedabad towards Sabarmati. Okay, where the Satyagraha ashram was located, from his headquarters in Ahmedabad towards Sabarmati. Okay, and here in Sabarmati, Gandhi will break or he will violate the Salt Act, which was made by the Britishers. Okay, we will come to this point that why did Gandhi decide it? Now see, there were many acts available. Okay, many different laws available. There were constitutional laws, there were forest laws. So why did Gandhi choose to break the Salt Act itself? So what is the significance of salt? We will try to understand it also. Now see, remember this point also, when Gandhi started his march from the Ahmedabad headquarters, he was followed by only 78 followers. But by the time he reached Sabarmati, thousands of people joined Gandhi in this movement. So this was the leadership charisma of Gandhi, or this was his popularity amongst the Indian masses. So on reaching Sabarmati, Gandhi picked up the salt, okay, and thus violated the Salt Act. So एक main point याद रखिए, civil disobedience movement, when we compare it with the non-cooperation movement, इसके comparative analysis भी हम देखेंगे. But understand, nowhere in non-cooperation movement, as the name suggests, non-cooperation means not to cooperate with the foreign government, make it impossible for the foreign government to govern the Indians. तो देखिए इसमें किसी भी तरह का वायलेशन ऑफ लॉ ये पैरामीटर नहीं था, बट सिविल डिसओबीडियंस, फोकस ऑन दिस टर्म सिविल डिसओबीडियंस मूवमेंट focused on the violation of law. So this is the basic difference in the methodology of non-cooperation movement and civil disobedience movement. इस पे भी क्वेश्चंस आते हैं ऑन द कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस, जैसे हमने लास्ट टेस्ट में एक क्वेश्चन देखा था ऑन द कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस इन द स्ट्रेटेजी ऑफ moderates and extremists. So similarly, okay, once we complete history, you have to see the comparative analysis of non-cooperation movement of 1920, सिविल डिसओबीडियंस मूवमेंट ऑफ 1930, और आगे जो हम पढ़ेंगे दैट इज क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट ऑफ 1942. व्हाट इज द कॉमनलिटी बिटवीन दिस थ्री? कॉमनलिटी इज दैट ऑल द थ्री आर ऑल इंडिया लेवल मूवमेंट्स अंडर द लीडरशिप ऑफ गांधी, बट द मेथोडोलॉजी यूज्ड इन ऑल द थ्री इज डिफरेंस. तो एंड में आपको क्या करना है? यू हैव टू गो अहेड विथ अ कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस of these three movements. ठीक है, तो ये एक पॉइंट याद रखिए फॉर द फ्यूचर पर्सपेक्टिव. Now moving towards another important area of question, it says that why did Gandhi choose salt as the central formula फॉर द सिविल डिसओबीडियंस मूवमेंट? ओके, सो जैसा हमने देखा कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल लॉज थे, बहुत अलग अलग प्रकार के लॉज अवेलेबल थे. व्हाई डिड गांधी चूज सॉल्ट एज द सेंट्रल फॉर्मूला? तो सी, ट्राई टू रिमेंबर इट. ओके, द मूवमेंट्स विच आर एसोसिएटेड विद गांधी. सो गांधी वांटेड टू कनेक्ट टू, इफ यू सी इट इन अफ्रीका और एनी अदर रीजन, जैसे हमने देखा था पहले भी, वी स्टडीड अबाउट द खेड़ा सत्याग्रह. ओके, सो खेड़ा सत्याग्रह, गांधी, सरदार पटेल. ओके, दिस वाज अ कॉज ऑफ द peasants. It was issue related to the farmers or the peasants. But हमने देखा कि खेड़ा सत्याग्रह में ओके ऑल अदर सेक्शंस ऑफ द सोसाइटी, जैसे आर्टिशियंस थे, लेबर्स थे, द मिडिल क्लास, कॉमन मैन, दे ऑल सपोर्टेड द कॉज ऑफ द peasants. So even though they were not directly related to the issue, still they came forward and supported the cause of the peasants. So ये पॉइंट हमने याद रखना है. गांधी always wished to connect the different sections of society. So he did not wanted to keep any movement limited to a particular section like that. ठीक है, इसे कंपार्टमेंटलाइज करना ये नहीं चाहते थे. गांधी जी का आप कोटेशन भी याद रखिए, as गांधी had said that India lies in the villages. So village community is important. ठीक है, क्लियर? इनके इश्यूज ज्यादा जरूरी है because the maximum population then was residing in the villages. So coming back to it, why did Gandhi select salt as the कॉमन फॉर्मूला? देखिए अभी कैसा था, ब्रिटिशर्स ने क्या किया था? ब्रिटिशर्स हैड इंक्रीज्ड द टैक्स ऑन सॉल्ट. ठीक है, तो सॉल्ट पे इन्होंने अपनी मोनोपोली भी लाई थी ब्रिटिशर्स ने, प्लस इस पे टैक्स भी इंक्रीज किया था. ओके, तो देखिए नाउ व्हाई सॉल्ट वाज चूजन एज द सेंट्रल फॉर्मूला? लेट्स ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. बाय चूजिंग सॉल्ट, गांधी वाज ट्राइंग टू कनेक्ट टू द डिफरेंट सेक्शंस. देखिए, फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ अ पर्सन इज रिच, poor, all are connected. Middle class, the poor class, rich, all are connected. This issue of increase in the prices of the salt was affecting the rich, was affecting the poor, was affecting the middle class. देखिए, ऐसा कोई नहीं है just because a person is poor that person will add less salt to his food. A person is rich, so he will add more salt to the फूड, ऐसा नहीं होता. ओके, सो सॉल्ट बिकम्स अ यूनिवर्सल ग्रीवियंस. अभी समझने की कोशिश कीजिए. इट वॉज टचिंग द रिच एंड द पुअर सेक्शन. इट वॉज अफेक्टिंग ऑल द जेंडर्स इक्वली, मेन एंड वुमेन. इट वॉज नॉट ओनली फोकसिंग और कनेक्टिंग द रूरल एरियाज बट ऑल्सो द अर्बन एरिया. सो ऑल इन ऑल सॉल्ट वॉज सच अ कमोडिटी बाय इंक्रीजिंग. ओके, मतलब अगर हम पानी छोड़ दे, इफ वी लीव वाटर, द सेकेंड कमोडिटी विच इज universal in nature, okay, and any changes in it which is adversely affecting, for example, increasing the taxes on salt, it was adversely affecting the different sections of the society. So all the sections found an expression in this issue which was related to the salt. So this was Gandhi's philosophy behind choosing, okay, its universal appearance or salt becoming a universal grievance of the different sections of the society. every section finding their own expression in this issue. Expression मतलब क्या? Okay, they find their own cause in the सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट. तो ये जो इशू था ये डायरेक्टली इनसे कनेक्टेड था. दैट इज व्हाई गांधी डिसाइडेड टू ब्रेक द सॉल्ट एक्ट. ओके, तो जैसे ही ये साबरमती आश्रम पहुंचे ऑन द कोस्ट ऑफ दांडी, व्हाट डिड ही डू? ही पिक्ड अप द सॉल्ट व्हिच वाज नॉट अलाउड बाय द ब्रिटिशर्स, thus violating the salt law and starting and beginning the civil disobedience movement of 1930. Now let us move to our next question, understanding what was the methodology used in सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट. ओके, सो इसके मेथोडोलॉजी, इसके टैक्टिक्स, टेक्निक्स जब भी हम देखेंगे, वी विल ऑल्सो ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड हैव अ कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस ऑफ दिस विद द नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट. तो ध्यान से इसे आपको समझना है, व्हाट वाज द मेथोडोलॉजी यूज. नाउ हाउ डिड द सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट बिगिन? जैसा हमने देखा दैट गांधी रीच दी दांडी कोस्ट, ही पिक्ड अप द सॉल्ट, सो द मूवमेंट बिगिंस विद द वायलेशन ऑफ सॉल्ट एक्ट. Okay, see, this itself can be a question. Okay, how did the civil disobedience movement commence? So it is by the violation of Salt Act by Gandhi. तो जैसे ही गांधी Salt Act को violate करते हैं, कहां पे? At the coast of Dandi. What was to be followed? In all other parts of India, wherever possible, in the similar fashion, the local leaders of Indian National Congress, in the similar fashions, they have to violate the सॉल्ट एक्ट. तो जितना एक्ट आप वायलेट कर सकते हो, ओके, उतना वायलेशन आपको करना है, पर्टिकुलरली ऑफ द सॉल्ट एक्ट. नाउ अलोंग विद दिस पिकेटिंग, ठीक है, दिस एक्टिविटी ऑफ पिकेटिंग. पिकेटिंग इज लाइक अ धरना आंदोलन. मतलब देखिए, जो फॉरेन लीकर शॉप्स थे, ओके, उसके सामने क्या करना है आपको? आंदोलन करना है. सो पिकेटिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ फॉरेन लिकर शॉप्स. नाउ व्हाई दिस एक्टिविटी ऑफ पिकेटिंग इज इंपॉर्टेंट? तो जहां जहां पे फॉरेन लिकर बिकती थी या जहां जहां पे ब्रिटिश गुड्स बिकते थे, सो इन्हें बॉयकॉट भी करना है, प्लस क्या करना है? पिकेटिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ द फॉरेन शॉप्स. नाउ व्हाई दिस एक्टिविटी वाज इंपॉर्टेंट? बिकॉज देखिए, इस पिकेटिंग एक्टिविटी में मेजर पार्टिसिपेटेंट कौन थे? इट वाज वुमेन. सो एज जैसा हमने देखा दैट विद द एंट्री ऑफ गांधी, the Indian national movement, instead earlier which was leader centric, now it became people centric, and different genders, different sections, okay, got an active role. Earlier जो passively participate करते थे, मतलब सिर्फ न्यूज़पेपर में पढ़ के या रैली सुन के, now they got an active chance. So women actively participated in the movement. So they started connecting themselves or they started relating themselves to the national struggle. Okay, next is what about the taxes? Now, wherever it was possible, the peasants, that is the farmers have to refuse to pay the rent to the money launderers. ठीक है? So जितने भी लैंडलॉर्ड्स थे, जितने भी मनी लेंडर्स थे, ओके, इन्हें क्या करना है? रेंट पे नहीं करना है. रेफ्यूजल ऑफ पेमेंट ऑफ टैक्सेस इवन इन द अर्बन एरियाज. ओके, द अर्बन कॉमन्स हैव टू रेफ्यूज टू पे द taxes. Next is about the boycott, a specific boycott of the British goods. Okay, even if these goods were found to be cheaper as compared to our domestic national product, ठीक है, तो domestic goods ही आपको, that is Indian made goods ही आपको प्रेफर करने हैं. अगर आपको थोड़े महंगे भी मिले तो भी ठीक है, बट टोटल बॉयकॉट ऑफ द ब्रिटिश गुड्स. द इंटेंशन वॉज वेरी क्लियर ओवर हियर. विद दिस बॉयकॉट this British economy was to be hurt. तो ओवरऑल अगर हम समझने की कोशिश करेंगे यहाँ पे, तो यहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट के साथ कोऑपरेट भी नहीं करना है, जैसे टैक्सेस रिफ्यूज कर दिए, बॉयकॉट कर दिया, प्लस एक्टिवली लॉ वायलेट भी करना है. अगर आपको लॉ वायलेट करने के बाद, ठीक है, जैसे हमने देखा था दैट इट ऑल्सो फॉलोड द जेल भरो आंदोलन. ठीक है, क्लियर? सो फ्लड द ब्रिटिश जेल्स, मेक इट इम्पॉसिबल फॉर देम टू गवर्न इंडिया anymore. We will also see a few more methodologies which was used in the civil disobedience movement. Other actions which were a part of the civil disobedience movement, let's try to understand them also. Now, what was to be done with the police station and the law court? See, police station and law courts, basically, these are the symbols of governance, of administration. Okay, so Gandhi said that wherever possible, bring a blanket ban or a boycott, a total boycott of the police station and the law courts. मतलब देखिए, an overall aim was to establish a parallel system of गवर्नमेंट। मतलब देखिए, एक तरफ ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट है बट नोबडी इज एक्सेसिंग द सर्विसेज विच वर प्रोवाइडेड बाय द ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट। मतलब वो ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट रह के भी ना के बराबर है। एंड पैरेलली, इवन इफ दे आर नॉट गिविंग यू इंडिपेंडेंस, पैरेलली यू हैव टू एस्टैब्लिश अ काइंड ऑफ अ सूडो गवर्नमेंट और अ पैरेलल गवर्नमेंट। तो देखिए, अगर पुलिस स्टेशन में नहीं जाना है, सो व्हाट इफ देयर इज अ डिस्प्यूट बिटवीन टू इंडिविजुअल्स, इफ दिस डिस्प्यूट इज ऑफ civil nature, then instead of going to police station, go to the local INC leaders. Okay, these local INC leaders will try to resolve your issue. ठीक है, they will guide you on this issue. तो ये एक तरीका establish किया गया था. Next is, what about the actions of the masses? Okay, so Gandhi this time made it very clear that whatever might be the case, the people or the masses have to adhere to non-violence एंड ट्रूथ। ओके, देखिए ऐसा क्यों था? बिकॉज जो हमने लास्ट मूवमेंट देखी थी, नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट ऑफ 1920। ओके, सो इफ वी ट्राई टू रिकलेक्ट इट, हाउ डिड दिस मूवमेंट एंड? नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट। तो अगर आपको याद रहेगा, इट वॉज बिकॉज ऑफ द चौरी चौरा इंसिडेंट। ओके, दिस चौरी चौरा इंसिडेंट वॉज अ violent incident in which 22 British policemen were burned alive। ठीक है, तो गोइंग बैक टू द लेक्चर ऑफ नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट। नाउ इस बार ऐसी कोई भी एक घटना या ऐसा कोई भी इंसिडेंट ना हो। सो गांधी वॉज वेरी पर्टिकुलर दिस टाइम दैट in whatever condition, non-violence and truth has to be adhered. And try to remember this, that these are the basic qualifications of a Gandhian or of a सत्याग्रही। ठीक है, coming last to it, what was the contingency plan? Now देखिए क्या हो सकता था। Okay, in the case of non-cooperation movement, non-cooperation movement क्या था? It was only a refusal. Okay, refusal to cooperate with British. Now see, refusal to cooperation is not a kind of a crime or a violation of law. But what was going to happen in CDM, in civil disobedience movement? There will be a deliberate violation of law, and we know that if there is a violation of law, there will be punishment for the same. Violation of law is punitive in nature. तो देखिए इस केस में what can happen? What was the contingency plan or the backup plan which was created in case if Gandhi or the other INC leaders, the top elite INC leaders of the central frame, first frame of Congress, what happens if Gandhi gets arrested? What happens if these other top leaders gets arrested? ठीक है, तो ऐसा ना हो जाए movement reaches a tempo, a level after which Gandhi gets arrested and suddenly the movement become leaderless or the movement totally disperses. There was also a chance that without any leader, without any central guidance, people can again resort to violence. तो ऐसा ना हो, so Gandhi beforehand gave instructions that in case if Gandhi is arrested or the top leaders of the INC are arrested, in this case the instructions of the local leaders of INC are to be followed. इनके इंस्ट्रक्शन फॉलो करने हैं प्लस कंटिन्यू विद द civil disobedience movement. So this was a backup plan or a contingency plan which was created in case the leadership is arrested. So if we try to put it in a nutshell, we understand that the methodology used in CDM was slightly different than that used in the non-cooperation movement. Now let us try to study about the spread of civil disobedience movement in different regions of India. Okay, so what was the impact of this movement or how this movement was spread to different regions of India? That is what we have to understand. So first and the foremost important is the movement launched by Khudaye Khidmat Girls in the northwest frontier province of India. See, this movement is very important. Let us try to understand the features of this movement. Now, this movement was under the leadership of the local INC leader, that is Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Okay, now he was also a follower of Gandhi, a Gandhian, in the region of the नॉर्थ वेस्ट फ्रंटियर प्रोविंस. ठीक है, नॉर्थ वेस्ट फ्रंटियर प्रोविंस मतलब देखिए, अगर हम इसे समझने की कोशिश करें, दिस रीजन विच इज एडजॉइनिंग द रीजन ऑफ Punjab, modern day Punjab, इस region में. Okay, so Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan was the local leader over there, a fellow Gandhian. He launched this Khudai Khidmatgar movement. Again, it was a kind of a non-violent movement. Okay, non-violent civil disobedience movement in this region of Northwest Frontier Province. His followers, the Khudai Khidmatgars, they were also called as the red shirts. Okay, clear. So this movement, the Gandhian ideology, was also spread to this region. See, this person is very important. Okay, in the modern day Pakistan, there is a university which is under his name, that is a Bacha Khan University, okay, which is named after Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Now recently it was attacked by the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. That is the terrorist attack on this university. There is a part of current affairs. Coming back to it, okay, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, a fellow Gandhian, launching the Khudai Khidmatgars, that is spreading of the civil disobedience movement in the northern region of India. Next was the spread of this movement act, that is a salt satyagraha at Dharsana. Okay, it was under the leadership of Sarojini Naidu, a brave woman who also became a member of INC. Okay, later she also became the president of Indian National Congress. Okay, one of the sessions of Indian National Congress. So under her leadership there was a raiding the salt factory at Dharsana. Okay, that is the salt satyagraha at Dharsana. Now the Britishers brutally suppressed this movement. There was a lathi charge on this group of the INC members. Okay, third is the anti-Chowkidari movement.
So stay connected with us, never miss an important lecture. You might never know which examination you clear, and that might be a life-changing event for you. So kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Press on the bell icon so that whenever we update or upload any important lecture, so you might get a notification for it. If you have appreciated our quality of coaching and efforts, do like our lectures. Share this video with your friends so that even they get benefited from it.